Well, hello, and welcome back to Barljo's basement. Here in Basement Bay. Fantastic. If we look out of our, let me think about it, northerly window. Yes, that's right, yep. We can see our newly fired up portal there on Portal Island. So, today I'm going to work on starting to... what was I going to do? Oh yes, start our sugar farm. The only issue I had, really, in preparation was that I didn't have any sugar. So I briefly ventured over to those islands there, found some growing by the bay, picked it up, brought it back. The other thing I've done is plunder much of the shipwreck over there for the planks we're going to need for our pistons. So the first thing we're going to do is the planks. Is the pistons. For which we need stone. I was running out of storage space. Don't need those there. We'll keep the sugar there, but that's not going to be for later. We need stone. We need planks. Thusly. And we need redstone. So I'm going to grab some of this. Not really sure how much redstone we need, so I'll take 2 stacks of it, see what happens. Okay. The other thing we're going to need is a lever to activate our pistons, which will harvest the sugar, but more of this later. Oh, the other thing I did was cook up some glass, just because glass is quite cool. So, onwards to the pistons, which are over here. Oh, iron. I needed iron. Is that down here? How fortunate for everybody. Onwards to the pistons. I have done some sums. I think it's going to be this fairly small sugar farm. It's not going to be the most automated in the world, but it's going to be quite fun, and that's why we're doing pistons. So I reckon we do 20, which should be 2 deep and 2 rows of 5. More of that later. So let's make 20 of those. Oh, need more stone. Fortunately, we have stone by the bucket full, but I bet I didn't bring any back, did I? No! Well, anyway, 16 pistons is a good enough start, and I'll bring a load of stone. Oh no, there you go, see? I knew I had plenty. 1920, that will do us. We've still got loads of redstone there. Still got plenty of iron going around the place. I've got some glass, I've got some sugar. Let's take a bucket because it needs a water source. So, yeah. In the last... Oh, let's take some wheat as well and start some cow breeding. So I'll just dig some of that. I don't know why I took that out of there. Never mind. It won't go anywhere. There we go. Thank you. I'm only going to need one of you, aren't I? Let's just get these out of my pockets. There we go. May as well get you replanted as well. In fact, I'm not going to need 1. I'm going to need 2 because you need 2 cows to breed. There we go. And our sheep and our pigs are doing nicely in there. So this is all very nice. What I will be using the sugar for is to make paper, which I will then use to make books, which is why we also have the cow farm over here. When I've got books, we'll craft those into bookshelves. And the bookshelves help sort of add a bit of wisdom and stuff to all the enchanting that we will be doing. So, phase 1, which I already rather cheekily did, was pick a place, which I thought we would do just here, next to the cow farm. Sugar will grow on sand. Excuse me. So there we are there. Let's take that out of my hand or the cows will follow us all over the place. Right. Okay. Hey, cows. Who wants a baby cow? Do you like a baby cow? Yes, I thought you might. What about you? Have a baby cow. Some experience as well. How nice. There we go. Hello, baby cow. And so our cow farming empire begins. Okay. So for now, let's crack on and carry on with a sugar farm. So I mentioned in the aborted video I did the other day about making an infinite water source. So let's do that. It's really quite a cool little thing. Right, if I can think about the placement carefully. Let's get a bit of mud, because whilst I have a lot of planks, I don't really want to use a lot of planks. First of all, I've only got one bucket. That wasn't well thought out. First of all, you need a cross of empty space. Much like I'm going to fail at doing there. Probably not got enough mud for this, so we'll figure it out as we go. You need 1, 2, 3. Let's put another one there. There, and there. Now this might not flow as far as I want it to, in which case I'll just raise it up at a later date. Probably do that off camera, but there we go. We have a cross going on there. Yeah, that's not going to work, so I've just realised why it's not going to work. Because I need to dig under it to create the water flow. So the first thing you need is that, and then we will do the cross on top of that, which means I don't need you. Or you. Or indeed you. Okay, so let's try that again. Make it. Let's dig all this mud out of here. It should certainly hold it until such time. Gonna dig out one down there. That was a bit silly. Just in terms of depth. Okay. So we needed a cross shape. And this should do us, or it would have done us if we had enough mud. See, didn't plan this through very carefully. Know exactly how I'm going to do it. Didn't do a dry run. Which is what I should have done. You'd think I'd have learnt from my mistakes with that lava effort. But anyway, moving on quickly from that. There we go. Okay. Oh, you don't want to go there. You want to go there, my friend. Okay. And then let's build the front up as well. Boop. Good-o. And that is what our infinite water source will look like. It's going to create a little river. Be a lot easier if I could get up there and see what I was doing. There we go. It should create an artificial river, which will then, I will channel down to the beach down there, which is where our sugar will be growing. So yeah, let's get to that. It's going to be quicker just to do this rather than go back for more buckets. To do this, you need to put a source block in each of the outside bits of that plus or cross, depending on which way you look at it, like that. And then they will all flow together. Which is why the sea is a renewable water source. Altogether, renewables are good. There we go. So let's put another one over there. Then another one in there. And last of all, one in there. And we can see they now create a source block in the middle, which will feed the flow. Let's see how that flows by digging under there. So I need to contain that down there a little bit. Not like that though. What am I doing here? In fact, I can probably do that a little bit better by digging out there and putting one there. There we go. Well, what I will be doing in any case is digging a channel. Are we going dark already? These days are so short. Digging a little channel out So let's do that, and then we can start. And I wanted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is getting dark. But anyway, this is why I brought the glass to hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should contain that flow nicely, and then it's going to be time to head back. That's a wasted bit of glass. Okay. That was a pretty good start. There we go. And if I dig down at the end in the morning, if I'd thought about it, I'd have done that with some renewable stuff, but never mind. There we go. I think that should do. Why don't I start doing that with dirt? Fantastic. Oh, let's dig that out as well. And you. Okay, let's head back for a night's sleep, and then we'll come put our pistons down and our sugar down. I didn't make a lever. That's what I need to do. And now it's raining. How lovely. Okay, quick sleep and then we're good. I was going to use the glass for something else in the sugar farm, but as I was reading, just to make sure I was doing something not daft, I discovered sugar doesn't need particularly light to grow. So, it doesn't need to be surrounded in glass, and it doesn't need... I can hear baddies. That's probably not going to help me sleep. Left it too late to come back. Where are they? Well, quite specifically what I can hear was an Enderman, but he won't like being out in the rain. There he is. There we go. He's gone now. And there's a turtle on the beach. My whole game has gone crazy. Right. Turtles, Enderman, whatever. Next. So, there we go. One game day, managed to sleep. Everyone's a winner. That turtle's still there. Anyhow. Right, let's go back and get this sugar farm done before I go absolutely crazy and not making a lever like I wanted to. For a lever, I need stone and a stick, which I have. I'm going to make 2 just in case. Okay, in fact, let's go this way around. More on turtles later, by the way. I am going to do some turtle breeding. There he is, look, swimming away. If only because one of the drops you get from the baby turtles is very useful. Oh, wow, the Enderman left us an ender pearl. How exciting. Lovely. Let's hope that happens more often. Okay, more about ender pearls later as well. My gosh, so easy to get distracted in this game. Okay. So, the first plan is, I would suggest, planting the sugar. So let's get that done. I've only got 4 for now, but it's a very good start indeed. So, let's do 2 on each side, like this. They have a water source, which they need, and they're on sand, which is something they also need. Okay, I have our pistons. Did I come out without a sword? I'm a crazy person. I hope I don't get snuck up on. Okay, so the next step is our pistons, which now sugar just goes straight upwards in up to 3 high. This would be the first one. Now you can just knock the top off and then it keeps growing. It's like Farming Simulator all over again. Sorry. So those pistons will then push off the top 2 bits of sugar. I'm going to have to block that water source because it's going to drive me crazy while I'm trying to build. So for now, let's do that and hope it doesn't respread when it comes back in. That channel should hold it. So let's pop the piston on there, and I'd also like to do on the top, which will cover the, don't know what I'm trying to say, the second level. Should the second level go? I am going to put, I think, Now this may change, but anyway, a lever on the back here. And now, because of the redstone we put in, when you pull the lever, it generates a charge. And what happens is stuff you didn't expect. Okay. Maybe. Well, I don't know what just happened over there. Possibly me. Right, let's put that sugar down again. Oh, hang on. The sugar broke because I took the water away. Right. For now, anyway. Did I bring some redstone dust? I did. How exciting. We will sprinkle some redstone dust on the top of these as well, which will hopefully... When I say hopefully, it will... Sorry, I got lost in what I was doing. We'll carry the redstone charge over to the other pistons. So let's give a sprinkle on that, on there and on there. We can see it forms a little wire when I pull the lever, which I should have put on the top one. Let's see. That moves those pistons. What happens if I put redstone underneath? The thing with redstone is it always involves a lot of messing about, but it's always very fun when you actually get it working. What about now? Well, that moves those two. Do I need to put some redstone there? Still just those two. I tested this before, you know, and... Anyhow, that is generally the plan. I will come back when I've figured it out, I suspect. Yes, that's why the sugar broke, because there's no water there. I remember that now. So that is good. What about if I put the... what about if I put that on another block entirely? Then what happens? Then that does that. Can I redstone on the top of there, and that will then work? Good thing is, it works a bit like a live current, so you can just mess. But it's all circuitry. Well, I thought that was going to work, but it didn't. Oh, I know. I think I've just worked it out. Okay. Why don't we put some sand under there? Now, redstone can be carried through blocks. So let's put a lever there. Sprinkle of dust there. Oh no, I know. See, messy, messy, messy. Right. I'm going to try something. I'm going to put the lever here. Then I don't think I need to put redstone on top, but I will. Let's do a bit of wiring here. What happens when I do that? You can see that it will light up. That didn't carry it nearly far enough. Maybe I can get rid of those and go twink, twink. That didn't want to work either. So it is a lot of messing and a lot of fiddling and faffing. But when it works, it will work. So we'll come back when we've finalised our design and we'll see it working, and I'll tell you how I did it and indeed why. So catch you in a bit. Good morning, and welcome back. Right, after some extensive research, I found out precisely what I was doing wrong, and that was not doing research before I started recording. So, let's get the fruits of my research underway. We've just slept overnight, so we've got all day to sort this mess out that I was trying to create for myself here. But hey, right, so... Just to recap, we have our water source in there, ready to water. There it is. Look, when I I'll open that before I plant the sugar. Now, I have managed to work out precisely what I was doing wrong. 2, 3, 4, 5 with these pistons. And that was be a little bit daft. So, no, we don't want sand there. We want pistons there. There we go. And let's put them. I'm going to need, I think, something like that. Okay. No. Little platform. Once I've done one side, I'll do the other as well. Not you. There we go. And good. They're all facing the same way, which means they will all push the sugar. So, I need to put some more mud up there, because that will conduct the redstone current along and turn all the pistons on when I gosh darn tell it to. Unlike before, when it was just doing it when it felt like it, and not when I actually wanted it to. So let's give those some mud on the back. Then I will need to, let's put a little tower up here so I can get up. We'll make this a little more aesthetically pleasing as time goes on. We need to run what's that redstone dust along the top there, because that will carry the current from the lever. Put the last one on, and there we can see all of those pistons fire with the pull of that single lever. You can make it a button, but for me, I prefer the lever. So, I will now do the same on the other side and make it look a lot more like I know what I'm doing by doing it right first time. Get a bit more sand digging out of here. For now, I think I will... There we go. Leave it as two separate levers, but I will run the current along at some point. Just so that... oops, missed. And again. Well, you're looking the wrong way, aren't you? Where have you gone now? Oh, you fell down the back. Dear, oh dear. Lovely bit of chaos. There we go. So let's get rid of those, which we don't need. May have to cut this tree down at some point, as it already feels like it's going to get in the way. So let's run our current holdy blocks along the back there. Jump up there. So yeah, I'll do it on two separate levers for now, because there we go. I hope they doesn't short against the tree. Yes, I think I'll be taking that tree down off camera. It's already starting to niggle a little bit. Okay, so put the lever on there, give it a pull. All of those 10 pistons should have fired as well, which is very nice indeed. There we go. So let's dig that water source out. Which one of those was it? Was it that one? It was. That should stay just where we put it in there, which is very nice indeed. I don't know if that will extend, but that should bring any harvested sugarcane down to the front. So let's get it planted, and then at some point, I don't need those glass blocks there now, do I? We'll put 2 on either side for now. Now, I could remove these blocks underneath, but that would leave those pistons just floating in midair, which doesn't seem overly realistic. There we go. And that doesn't break those. I don't like that block there. That also doesn't break the ones on the floor. I'm intending to wire them together because otherwise... sometimes what happens is the idea of this little stream as well is... Oh, let's try wiring it together now. Maybe I could do that. If it's like this. a little bridge. Does that work? No, if that doesn't light up then... Okay. Okay, let's look at this a slightly different way. I don't need you because our water source is done. Anyhow, sorry, I got myself distracted. There we go. What I'm hoping to do is these pistons will push the top bits of sugarcane off into that river and then just drop them all down to the bottom for us to collect all in one go. There we go. Some redstone on there. May short everything out. No, it does not. How nice. So that means we can build a little bridge across there, and hopefully that will be that. Right, let's grab a bit of wood and get a bit of mud and get that done. Fascinating. See, this sort of thing is why I like tinkering with a Raspberry Pi in real life. Give me a tiny computer and some little bits of wire. And let's not completely dig that tree out. There we go, that should be enough to carry that over. Can I reach from here? Oh, yes, I can. Look at that now. That means I don't need that lever, so let's get rid of you. That's my way up just there. I don't know if the redstone current will carry that far. If it does not, then... There we go. Look at that. All in one lever. So then the sugarcane will fall down into here. And there. And we'll come back and see that in operation at some point as well. Well, actually, that means I can move that lever, doesn't it? I can move it down to the end and do a lot less running about in general. Although I'm fairly sure if I put this lever on the end, the current won't get far enough. But let's give it a try. Yes, it does not quite get far enough, so... Well, I tell you what, in that case, can I stick it in the middle just here? Where's my lever gone? There's one over here. Where did the other one go? Just there. Ah, grand. So, sugarcane farm well underway. Not what I wanted to put there. There we go. Did everybody fire? Yes, indeed, everybody did. So periodically, we'll come and grab some bits of sugar. There we go. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing thing in the world, but anyway, in theory, we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. We'll get 20 at a stroke. We need, the sums I did, I need 135. So a couple of full harvests and we should be well underway there. But we'll come back and see that when it's a working. I could even put a collector and a little hopper and a chest there, but that seems to be asking for trouble. So that will do us for today. We did manage to eventually achieve something. I may put some torches around there and the cows as well. But I see that used up most of another game day. So let's head back here and sleep. Tomorrow we'll think of a place to put our enchantment table and our anvil. There seems to be an island over there. That was a turtle island. Ah, well, we'll have a look round. That place looks interesting. Anyway, so for now, thank you very much as always for watching, and I will see you next time. Likes and subscribes, always appreciated, and comments too. So, catch you later. Bye for now. Bye!